portfolio with a total of 4 stocks. Now they have to compulsorily churn 2 stocks every single day, and if a target price has been achieved or a stop loss has been triggered, they are required to churn those stocks and give new ones for the next day. Given that the aim of the game is to make the maximum amount of money, we will calculate who has tallied the total amount of money by the end of the week, that's Friday at 3:30, and declare that person as the winner of BNSN, the stock game. So let's not waste any time and bring our 3 experts who are playing the game with us this week on board. There's Sanjeev Agarwal, who's the Managing Director at Dynamics Research, Vishal Jaju, Senior Research Analyst at Nirmal Bang Securities, and Hitesh Eidnani, Managing Director at Algo Trading at Quant. And 3 of them are going to fight it out to be the winner of BNSN, the stock game. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Sanjeev, you're certainly not new to the stock game. You have also been a winner once before. So
thanks very much for having me on this show. Overall, the Nifty has been in a very narrow range for the last few weeks. We are between 5200 to 5400. So a very big move is expected now. Which direction the move is, we'll have to wait for the market to guide us. But overall, while we are in this range, there is a slight positive bias, and 3 of the counters that we've selected today on the long side, one of them is on the short side. My first pick is Tata Motors. It's had a huge move, and it continues to be very bullish, very nice looking charts. We have a target of 350 on that with a stop loss of 308. Then we have Page Industries, once again a long call on this one with a target of 3500 and a stop loss of 3027. We have Ajanta Pharma, which is performing very well, a long call on this one with a target of 620 and a stop loss of 521. And the one counter which we are going short on is Cox and Kings, where we have a target of 120 on the downside with a stop loss of 142.
Okay, so 3 experts and 3 very different strategies is what's coming through from them. So let's tell you why the calculators of those strategies actually are working in their favor or not. So first up, we've got Sanjeev's portfolio for you. Patel Engineering is the only spot of bother for him today. However, the other 3 counters are doing well, and his portfolio is higher marginally by about 1500 rupees. Vishal, on the other hand, do remember that he was going ahead with 4 buy calls. We've got NIT Tech and Godrej Industries not working out too well. The other 2 counters, however, are making him some good money, and overall the portfolio is higher by just about 500 rupees. And Hitesh Eidnani, our 3rd expert for this week, it's a short call on a Cox and Kings that's not doing too much, but the other 3 counters are working out well in his favor, and the portfolio overall is higher by about 1/3%, so that's 1600 rupees is what he's making. But with that, let's take it right back to our experts and get you detailed rationale behind their picks for the first day of the game. And
absolutely, I think Tata Motors has been bullish for quite some time. We've been overweight on Tata Motors for quite some time now. The stock has done very well, obviously, ever since it bottomed out in September 2011 around 140 levels. Currently, it's making a pattern of higher tops and bottoms, which is a classic Dow theory definition of an uptrend. So Tata Motors should see much higher highs. In fact, if you were to look at it from a positional play or medium to longer term play, we could have much higher targets on that. But obviously our recommendations are on the shorter term for this game. So we should see a target of 350 or possibly somewhere below that panning out in this week if the overall market supports as well. But this counter is one counter definitely everybody should have their eye on. Well, it's purely based on price action. If you see the charts of Page Industries, it's one of the best looking charts out there in this space. Page Industries has been bullish since 2000, ever since it started off. In fact, the entire downturn of 2011 didn't affect Page Industries at all. It was range bound between 2300 to 3000 for some time in 2011, but now it's broken out, and we can expect an explosive move upwards. In fact, if you were to look at it from a positional play, you could expect a good 15-20% return in the next few months on this. So we are bullish on this count, and we are hoping that a good move comes out this week as well.
Okay, that's a word which is
extremely well. It's been in a bull run since March 2009, and it's hardly been affected by the bear markets of 2011. It was range bound between 289 to 367 in 2011. It has broken out. Overall, the pharma sector is doing well, and Ajanta Pharma, although being a smaller name, but it's got excellent prospects. If you look at the charts of Ajanta Pharma, it's above all major moving averages. It's making a pattern of higher tops and bottoms. Like you mentioned, it's at a lifetime high, and in the world of technicals, if something is at a lifetime high, you need to get bullish on it without any delay. So there's a lot of scope for Ajanta Pharma, and we're hoping that we see a lot of action in this counter as well in the coming few days. Well, my pick is once again entirely based on price action, and if you see the charts of Cox and Kings, it was in a range between 180 and 230. It's broken down, and as you pointed out, broken down quite badly. It's in a clear downtrend below all major moving averages. It should be heading down lower from here. So we are hoping that we achieve a target of 120 on this with a stop loss of 142.
Okay, so that's the word on a Cox and Kings. That's higher by close to 0.8% today. But on Friday, 136, the lowest point ever was tested. And over the last month also, it's lost close to 19%. With that, let's run you through the scorecards once again and tell you how each of our experts is doing currently. So first up, we've got Sanjeev's portfolio. Do remember he had 4 short calls today. All of them are working well, barring a Patel Engineering. And his portfolio overall is in the green by about 0.1%. So that's a gain of about 900 rupees. Vishal, on the other hand, had all 4 buy calls. It's a Godrej Industries and an NIT Tech, which aren't working too well today. However, the other 2 are helping him make a good profit of about 0.1% as well. And Hitesh, on the other hand, it's a 50-50 story for him also. We've got Ajanta Pharma, Page Industries working out well. And overall, the portfolio is higher by about 1,800 rupees. So as things stand right now, we've got Hitesh, Vishal and Sanjeev in the 3rd place. But of course, this is just the first day.